I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to show you how to make my Rocky Road brownie bars. They're so good. If you like brownies and you like anything Rocky Road, then you're going to fall in love with this recipe. It's, of course, like a brownie topped with a mixture of nuts, chocolate chips, marshmallows, to die for. But to get started, I'm going to show you what you're going to need. So let's do it. You need some all-purpose flour, granulated sugar, chocolate chips, mini marshmallows, chopped walnuts, brown sugar, eggs, unsalted butter, vanilla extract, baking powder, salt, and cocoa powder. Now, to get all the measurements for everything, you can find the full recipe on my website at www.laurainthekitchen.com. You can print it out, put it right next to you on your counter when you make these. That way it's much easier for you to have the recipe right then and there rather than going back to YouTube to look for the recipe. So, first thing you want to do is get your oven to 375. Get that ready for you. Second thing you want to do is take a 9 by 13 inch baking pan like so, spray it with non-stick cooking spray, and lay the bottom with more parchment paper. Remember, we just want to ensure everything comes out. So now, in this little microwave safe bowl, I'm going to add half of my chocolate chips, and I'm going to just put these in the microwave for about, 30 to 45 seconds, checking on them every now and then, just so they're nice and melted. And I'll bring them back, and then we'll put the whole thing together. Now my chocolate chips are melted. I'm leaving them to the side to cool a little so that it doesn't scramble my eggs. If I put really, really hot chocolate into the egg mixture, it'll scramble the eggs. We don't want to do that. Okay, so in this little bowl, I'm going to add my flour and cocoa powder along with my baking powder and salt. And all I'm going to do is just give these a quick little mix, just with a spoon, just to kind of incorporate them and give them a heads up. That's good. Doesn't need any more than that. I'm going to put those aside. Now in this bowl, I'm doing this just in a bowl with a spatula and a whisk, but you can do this with a little standing mixture or a handheld mixer, whatever you have. I'm going to put my butter, my brown sugar, and my regular granulated sugar. And using my whisk, I'm just going to cream these together. Just going to add in my eggs, some vanilla extract. That looks good. I'm just going to mix these together until we have really nice creamy texture. Just adding in my melted chocolate. Making sure to leave some behind in the bowl for the cook, always. A little snacky poo. So I'm just going to whisk this up until the chocolate's incorporated with the egg mixture. Doesn't take very long. That looks good. This is the point where you can go ahead and whisk away and nothing's going to get over mixed. Now is when you got to put your dry ingredients in and work quickly. You do not want the dry ingredients to be overworked, otherwise you have a very tough little brownie layer. So just mix those in until it's incorporated. That looks perfect. I'm just going to put this into my pan. Get every little bit out. Just make sure you spread this nice even layer. That looks about right. I think, I'm no architect, but it looks good to me. Make sure you get that excess off the spatula as well, otherwise it'll go to waste. So, I'm going to put this into the oven, 375, preheated, for 18 to 20 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the middle comes out clean. I took my brownie layer out of the oven just seconds ago, and now you got to work quickly because you don't want anything to cool down. We're going to sprinkle evenly all over the top with some chopped walnuts. Make sure this is really nice and hot because you're going to put this back into the oven for just a couple minutes. So just make it really nice and, evenly distributed. You don't want some pieces that have some and some pieces that don't. I like a lot of nuts because I'm a nut myself, so I go a little bit heavy. But this is so much a matter of preference. If you like nuts, you can even mix up the nuts. You can mix up the chocolate chips. You can leave the chocolate chips out. You can do whatever you want. I don't know why you'd want to, but you could. Now sprinkle evenly with the remaining chocolate chips. Last but not least, our mini marshmallows that I've eaten about half a cup of already. So just distribute them all over, nice and evenly. And now we're going to put this back into the oven for just a couple minutes until the marshmallows start to melt and the chocolate chips have kind of started to melt. And then we're going to let them cool completely, about 35, maybe an hour, 35 minutes I meant, until they cool completely or just about all the way so that they're easy for us to cut into them. In they go. I let my bars cool completely, and now they're ready to be eaten. All I'm doing is taking a little butter knife and going around the edge of everything just to make sure this is gonna come out easy. Should. The nuts are gonna come flying everywhere, but that's all right. Whoa, buddy. A little bit messy, but that's okay. Delicious. You can cut them in the pan if you want to, but I don't. I'm only cutting half for now. I'll leave the rest, bring to my coworkers tomorrow. That marshmallow, I mean, come on. It's like gooey cheese for dessert. Get it? It's stringy. Ha ha ha, funny Laura. This is the kind of thing you eat that makes everything else better. If you're a chocoholic, if you love sweets, if you love rich things, this is the thing for you. A great combination of flavor, but most important, great combination of textures and super easy to make. So get in your kitchen. First, go to www.laurenkitchen.com, get the recipe, then get in your kitchen and make them. And I'll see you next time. Bye.